Well, we finally arrived to the leather link bands for the fall 2021 release. I don't know about you, but currently this is my favorite style of bands. This band is one of the fresher yet classier kind of bands that you can rock for more casual situations, say for a wedding or maybe even going out on a date or something. The leather link is a rather new style of bands, only debuting last year during the release of the Series 6, and since then has drawn a lot of attention. These bands are considered some of the more premium bands Apple has to offer, and their pricing reflects that. Each one of these leather links will set you back $99, so it starts to get a little tricky when wanting 2 or 3 of the available colors, or if you're like me, all of them. Handcrafted from raw Granada leather hailing all the way from France, this time around, we see 4 all new and exciting colors. Not only do I love the feel of this leather band, but also like the look of it. It's a really unique style of band that you don't see all too often. Alright, before we begin, as always, make sure to stick around until the end of the video if you want to be entered into my seasonal band giveaway, where you can have an opportunity to snag one of these yourself. Alright, after this, we only have the solo loops left and maybe some of the Hermes ones. I haven't decided how many of the Hermes bands I'll be ordering, but let's not waste any more time and dive right in. Alright, so one of the reasons I enjoy these leather links so much is due to the aging process of the natural leather known as the patina effect. Over time, your band will morph and change in color, giving it its own character. With the nature of leather, you'll want to be careful to only slap this one on the wrist when you're sure your band isn't going to get soaked in any kinds of liquid, say by sweat while exercising or during a rainy day. Liquids, moisture, sweat, the oils in your hands, and even the sun all contribute to the patina effect on leather, and the flexible molded magnets make this band conform quite comfortably to your wrist. Okay, let's begin with our first brand new leather link color, Midnight. If you've seen any of my past band reviews, you'll know I'm a big fan of Midnight. It's a dark and mysterious band that isn't 100% black. Instead, like the name suggests, it creates a very dark and ominous vibe, sort of like being in the middle of the woods gazing at the dark, starless sky. Just like gazing at the dark sky, you can also gaze at the Midnight band and notice that it has sprinkles of heavily dark navies thrown in there and small, minute dashes of blues. The effect looks even cooler on leather. Midnight already looks solid on the silicone material, but on leather, it looks magnificent. With it being a really dark band, you won't really notice much of a patina effect. If anything, with time and heavy use, the band may end up looking black altogether once it's been weathered in. Here I have the previous black leather link on the left, so you guys can get a better idea of what I mean by not exactly 100% black. Pair it up with the Midnight leather case for your all new iPhone 13 Pro, and now people are going to start to wonder what you do for a living. Band color numero dos, we have golden brown, and let me just say this color is an absolute beaut. Listen, saddle brown is a classic and up there in terms of my favorite leather colors. How can you hate on a nice classic brown, especially saddle brown? Alright, now hear me out. I did also enjoy California Poppy from a few seasons ago. It was this really bright yellow leather color that to me looked amazing, and I know what people are going to say in the comments. But Juan, yellow patinas horribly. It looks like garbage after a couple of months. Well guys, what can I say? Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But what I'm saying is imagine Saddle Brown and California Poppy met and had a baby. Golden brown would be the result. It's such a happy medium of the two colors I just described. Look at all 3 with golden brown in the middle. Doesn't it all flow so well? It looks so natural, like golden brown truly is a 50-50 mix of the two. Okay, maybe not 50-50, maybe 60-40, leaning more on the yellow side. It looks terrific, and I'm glad it's also featured for the iPhone 13 leather cases as well as the leather wallets. You can mix and match to your heart's content. Okay, almost done here. We now move on to Dark Cherry and Bandaholics. Need I say more? Or should I just roll this B-roll of this beauty that is the Dark Cherry leather link? Hands down, this has to be my favorite of this release, and trust me, this season's leather links are all truly wonderful. Dark Cherry on the sport bands and silicone cases looks awesome, but Dark Cherry on leather? Whole different level. It's just in its own entire league of S-tier bands. I don't give that accolade all too often. This is a tier S band. It has such a beautiful and warm, dark wine undertone, all while still being lively and vivid, especially while outdoors. I personally think it looks best on any of the stainless steel models. In darker lit conditions, the band fades away and looks even more mysterious, blending in with the darkness. You simply cannot go wrong with this band, and I wholeheartedly believe that if you don't think this band is amazing, I'm sorry, you're a hater, straight up. Alright, last but certainly not least, we have Sequoia Green. For those that don't know, this band's coloring is named after the massive sequoia trees commonly found around California. It's a great name as this band does make me think of the dark leaves of a tree, specifically something like a pine tree. But Juan, so then why don't they call this pine green then? Well, Apple has this tacky obsession with naming a lot of their products after things California is famous for. Take the macOS naming scheme for example. On most of the newer versions, it's literally names of places or things found inside California. This band does remind me a lot, color-wise, of the older forest green found on the leather loop lines that is now sadly discontinued. As you can see, Sequoia Green definitely has a darker ambiance to it. Almost like if you were to stare into Sequoia Green's soul, you wouldn't see anything. Just this very nice dark green that is perfect for the fall season. Again, with darker leather, I imagine this band will also age to eventually become darker and end up looking like an almost black band with slight hints of green in there. I am excited to slap this on the new green aluminum, which has officially been ordered and will be on the way to the studio very soon. And just like that, we arrived to the end of yet another band review. What do you guys think? Do you like the leather links? I know they can be a hit or miss, especially with that $99 price point. You kind of feel ripped off for the amount of leather you get versus the dollars you spent. In my own experience, the leather links are great looking bands that are super comfortable, all while adding a little bit of bouginess to the wrist. Out of the four, it's no secret dark cherry is my favorite, but honestly, golden brown was a close second for me. If you've never tried this style out, now's your chance, as you could be the lucky winner of my seasonal band giveaways and take one of these home for yourself. All you have to do is subscribe to my channel with bells. Don't forget the bells, that's important. Number 2, give me a follow on my socials, as that's where I'll be announcing the winners on Halloween, October 31st. And finally, drop a comment down below letting me know if you will be picking up the Series 7. Pre-orders went live today, and I'm so excited to receive mine in about a week's time, maybe more. Like I said, we have one more video to go, the solo loop, so stay tuned for that one, and I cannot wait to catch you all in my next video. Peace.